Hello internet, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to talk about how to rank or how to score high in Ielts speaking. So basically this video is for Ielts speaking test for Canada Canadian test, and that is why I'm going to mention all that is required from you to score high in Ielts. Okay, scoring high in Ielts is not only about fluency or accent. It means that like if you're speaking fluent English or your accent is pretty much British or American or Canadian, that is not gonna only impact your speaking score while giving the Ielts test. Why is that? Because these things are like they are important. I'm not going to say that they're not important at all or you should not consider them, but the thing is with the thing that will impact your speaking more is how do you use this language. Just like any language, for example, if you're from Pakistan or India and you're speaking in Hindi or Urdu, so when you're in Lahore of Pakistan, you will use Urdu in a different way. When you're in Peshawar of Pakistan, you will use Urdu in a different way. There are certain slangs or certain tones that you use while you are speaking a language. Similarly, the Canadian English also has its slangs. Many of the YouTubers on would say that you should use some big words, that heavy dictionary words, while you're giving this English Ielts speaking test. But I would suggest like okay, you can do that, but the better option would be to rather use the slangs, the Canadian slangs, while giving the Ielts speaking. Why is it gonna help you more? Because when it will just not only give an impact that you are familiar with the Canadian language, it will also give an impact that you're also familiar with Canadian culture. You are also familiar with how the language is interconnected with the culture of Canada, and you are not just speaking any English, you are speaking Canadian English. I hope this is something you are understanding to its fullest, and this is going to bring a big impact while you're giving the Ielts test in speaking. So in this video we are going to talk about these slangs, and I'm going to mention 7 of the slangs that are used commonly in Canada, and I must emphasize the importance and the significance of them as much as possible. They are very important, like not these only, I mean the usage of, but they are most commonly used. So I hope you make use of them while giving your Ielts speaking test. So let's begin with the video. Just like any culture, Canada too has its culture. All cultures have an influence on the language. So does Canadian English. Words commonly used in Canada day-to-day life are something that I'm going to talk about in this video. So without any further ado, let's begin with this video. The first word is pardon me, or I beg your pardon. When this word, you would have heard this word a lot while reading literature, but in Canada it is used on daily basis in regular speech. Instead of where is this word used? This word is used instead of excuse me, or what is that, or I did not understand, or I did not catch you. For example, if a person says what is your name, and he says in a speed in a way that you're not able to understand him, you will reply as pardon me, I beg your pardon. So the person will understand that you want him to repeat what he already said. So for example, while you're giving this in a Canadian Ielts speech test, if you're not able to understand certain question or something while giving the test, or you're using something that should give an impression of like you're not able to understand, you can use this word pardon me, I beg your pardon. So I hope you get to understand where to use this word. So let's move on to the second word, which is a. Instead of or instead of like the way I said it right now. Most Canadians use the word a or hey. They can also like use it as hey or sometimes as a. For example, there's a like let me use it in a few sentences. For example, I was at the shopping mall, a, or I'm going shopping, a. This is how they are going to use this word instead of The sound of this word is a or hey, depending on, from there. Canada is in northern and southern Canada, so it differs from place to place, even within Canada. So you can use any of these, a or hey, but a is most commonly recognized as Canadian slang. Moving on to the third one, pop. The word is pop. Okay, this pop refers to soda, the delicious carbonated beverage that mom really let you have. So that is called as pop, which is also in a can. Let's have a couple pops on the chesterfield. This is how you can use it. Instead of let's have a couple of drinks or let's have a couple of soda, you're going to use the word pop here. The next word is runners. The word for running shoes can also be used to refer to street shoes as well. Where is it used or how you can use it as bring your own runners. We are not going to take TTC today. Like TTC is the bus, the Toronto, transit system.
Toronto transportation.
Toronto transportation what?
I don't know.
Okay, Toronto transportation TTC. Like this in this phrase, it's like since they are not gonna go through a car or a vehicle, they are using a bus. So that is why the person is saying bring your runners. It means like bring your running shoes so that they can just hop into the bus running and stuff like that. Okay, moving on to the next word. It is beauty. Yes, beauty means beautiful, but it is also an expression used to refer to something that was done well or an exceptionally great person. Example, your mom left a box of Timbits for me. She's a beauty. Okay, the next word is snowbirds. Snowbirds. It's also a word used to refer to Canadians who had south during the winter to escape the cold. Destinations always include sandy beaches and tropical waters. My parents always get into a situation over my dad leaving for Florida every winter. He's a snowbird, eh? So see if we use two of the slangs here, snowbird and then a. Okay, now moving on to the next slang. What you saying? Used when asking what someone is doing, similar to the phrase what are you up to? What you saying tonight? Nothing much, just gonna chill on the Chesterfield and drink a Mickey. The next word is that's jokes. Used when you want to say something is hilarious or funny. I saw a new pie riding a moose the other day. That's jokes. The next word is true. The term used instead of okay. Note, not used to express that something is valid or true. Sorry, I'm going to be late. TTC was delayed. True. Chesterfield. A word referring to a couch or sofa, usually used by the older crowd. Hey, Grandma, go ahead and eat your elephant's ear on the Chesterfield. I'll come sit with you as soon as I take these runners off. So in this phrase, you can see we are using a lot of slang. So this is how Canadians talk. Like, for example, if you're not familiar with these slangs, you might not actually understand what they're saying. The next word is queue, which means line up. Queue refers to a line of people waiting for something, whether it be at the movie theater, the bathroom, or a Leafs game. Queue and lineups are used interchangeably. The queue at Canada's Wonderland was massive. If you can see, I'm using A so many times here. Whale's tail. Another word for the famous Canadian treat, beaver tails made from fried pastry dough, which are sometimes smothered in toppings like delicious Nutella, also called elephant ears. I'm going to get in the queue for a whale's tail. I hear they're a beauty. Now in this sentence, I use several slangs. For example, queue, whale's tail, and tell me the third slang that I used in this phrase in the comment section below. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. And if you are liking this video, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button and share this video. So again, don't forget to tell me which is the third slang that I used in this sentence. I'm going to repeat the sentence once again. I'm going to get into the queue for a whale's tail. I hear they're a beauty. Okay, moving on to the next term, pencil crayons. As you can see in the image below, a variety of colored pencils are known as pencil crayons in Canada. I've got a stack of pencil crayons that would be perfect for the Drake's coloring book. Stage. The Canadian version of a pre-wedding bachelor's party, a night or weekend of currying with your pals of the same gender before losing all freedom at your coming nuptial, often involves poker and booze of guys. Girls pretty much do it like a bachelorette. Expect any combination of spa days, drinks, mock bride accessories, and so on. Using it in a sentence, we got dance stage this weekend. Be sure to pick up 26er on your way over. The next word is giver, a slang term that means to give it all you got when all else fails. Used when referring to work, drinking, sports, and other activities that require you to buckle down and get it done. Using it in a sentence now, I'm feeling under the weather today. Just give her. Shotguns beer. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.